team's
Oh,
topic.
so we just want to give you a round of applause. You ready to turn on?
I already started it.
Okay, here we go.
Hi guys. Our global team's topic is abortion. I'm Tammy, this is Michelle, Alma, and Sasha, and our Vietnam members are Hua, Tu, and Tu. And so before we were talking to our Vietnamese students, and we kind of raised a question, which was should abortion be banned or not? And we all kind of had the same views. We were either pro-choice or we were kind of in the middle. And then at the end, after discussing and all the research we did, we came to a conclusion that abortion should not be banned, and we'll get into more of that later. And so this is just going to be a really quick video that we're going to show about stories of women who have experienced abortion before the Roe versus Wade case was.
He said, I'm not going to give you any anesthetic. And he said, if you scream, they will hear you.
I woke up to feeling a man's hand on my throat and saying, if you make a sound, I'll kill you.
You know, there were a lot of years in there of heavy drinking, and I wasn't even responsible for myself. I never would have been responsible for a child. I just was in the position that every woman knows, you know, on the table with my legs spread apart, and this man is inside me, scooping me out as if I were a piece of fruit or something with this implement. I could not believe.
Okay, and we're gonna stop right there, just to show you a little bit of snippet of like the backstory of abortion before the Roe v. Wade. Okay. So, there's some background information. So what led us to our beliefs of being pro-choice or in the middle. Some cons of that is that abortion could be seen as murder, as you're killing human life, an unborn baby that has yet to exist.
And some pros is that women's fundamental right is guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution, and also reduce death rates with safe abortions.
So how it all started, the U.S. history, like how abortion was first started in the United States. So when United States first became independent, abortion was considered not permitted after quickening, which is when there's fetal movements. And in 1967, Colorado became the first state to decriminalize abortion in cases of rape, incest, or there would be a physical disability if the woman were to become pregnant. And the policy, and then Roe v. Wade is the one that changed that, which is Roe v. Wade was the right of a woman's privacy to get an abortion. And so the policy currently enacted now is that there are 41 states that have enacted policy restricting abortion to a certain time period of the pregnancy, and then there are 9 states, including DC, that don't have any specific restrictions against abortion.
So this is the history of Vietnam. So basically, kind of to summarize this, so in the Constitution of Vietnam, it is said that both men and women have equal rights, and that includes to reproduction health. So in 1960s to the 1990s, it kind of became more open about it, and to abortions being provided at public clinics, which is like obviously a major step over there. And basically, it's good there.
So some similarities and differences in the Vietnam and U.S. regarding abortion is that the reasons why women get abortion are similar. So their financial status, their school or career, if they get pregnant, it would ruin their school or career life, unprotected sex, and lack of judgment, and also lack of education, and also policies are similar. Also in Vietnam, they have abortion is restricted after a certain number of weeks in the pregnancy.
Some differences that we found between abortion in the U.S. and Vietnam was that abortion rates are much higher, 80% higher in southeastern regions like Vietnam. And we asked our Vietnam team over there and why that may be, and they told us that it could be like the sex education over there is taught at a much older age, from 13 to 14 years old, while here in the U.S. we learn at a much younger age, which is 9 to 10 years old, and abortion rates here are a lot lower than in Vietnam.
So abortion rates in USA and Vietnam. In 1973, the Roe versus Wade decision was the rate 60.3, and 2014 was 14.6 abortions per 1,000 women from age 15 to 44, and in 2014, 926,200 abortions were performed nationwide compared to 1.06 million abortions in 2011.
So for Vietnam, the abortion rates are obviously much higher than the United States. So it rose between 1982 and 1994 in Vietnam. And in 1996, there's an estimated abortion rate of 83.3 per 1,000 women. So this is obviously much higher than in the United States.
So the policy and solution we came up with our group was, one, to improve the sex education over there, since they learn at a much younger age and we learn, much older age and we learn at a younger age. And then the second one was to not allow pregnancies after 24 to 26 weeks due to complications that can happen to the woman. And then the third one was to expand on birth control, making them more affordable and possibly a little more public. And so for our team dynamics and roles, originally when we started this class, I wanted to work on more leadership roles and kind of help facilitate a group and kind of bring other people out to bring out their ideas. And I think with this group, I was able to do that.
Same for me. When I first came into this group, I wanted to work on how to be more of a person who brings out people's ideas and incorporates them, because I'm usually like the team leader type, and I need to work on like not being like overbearing or shutting out people's ideas. And I think I really did work on that, incorporating people's ideas and like their thoughts into the project.
Okay, so for me, one thing that I really wanted to work on was the challenger role. And basically, for me, it was more so presenting my ideas, even if they don't agree, or like challenging my team to think more about like a certain topic or more about a question, or even bring up questions. And I feel like with this group, I was able to kind of work on that a little bit more. And I know it's coming to an end, but I feel like I did work on it a lot, and I definitely learned a lot more in leadership with this group.
I was the person that always asked questions, we should do that and we should do the other things. And I think also I need most of the time help, so I think my members helped me a lot. So yeah. Lessons that we learned during the live video conference was the some difficulties that we had was getting a schedule time, communicating live was difficult because language barrier, and also not getting responses. And some good outcomes that we had was learning culture of Vietnam, develop better organizations and communication skills, and learn about future teams, and also develop solutions to problems that occur.
So how you can apply like virtual teamwork into the workplace is learning to get through a language barrier. I think that initial contact with someone and trying to talk with someone who doesn't speak the same language as you, learning how to talk in like a clear and reasonable pace. That way the other person can understand is definitely a good thing to know. And then working around the time difference. So there's a 15-hour time difference between Washington and Vietnam. So learning how to set meetings with that time difference where everyone is happy is definitely good.
Another thing that we can apply towards the workplace is having experience communicating with others in the different areas. So obviously, like our professor said, a lot of corporations are expanding to other places, to other countries. So definitely working virtually is something that we'll improve on and will get bigger over time. So it's good to have that experience. And with that, we also felt like this whole classroom just prepared us to work with virtual teams to see what works and what doesn't, and how to like fix communication or just even just getting messages out and all that. So I feel like this class really prepared us for those virtual teams that we will be on. Yeah, this is why we're excited.
Well done. All right, thank you.